What's up, YouTube? You guys want to see my Spydercos? This is the part 3 of 4 of the state of the collection, kind of a little series I decided to do towards the end of the year. Broke it up into 4 different videos just to eliminate, putting out a 2-hour, hour-and-a-half video. This is drawer number 1, top drawer, all the Spydercos in my collection. Yesterday, you should have seen the more premium knives, I guess, in my collection. This is my Spyderco, so hopefully you guys will like a few of them. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, thanks to all my Patreon subscribers, channel members, man. Hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe if you want more of it. I would really appreciate that. It has been a hell of a year, and I want to thank everyone in the community for helping me along the way. Quite a few awesome people in this little community that we're in. And what a way to end the year, I thought, with my Spyderco collection. This obviously, I guess, the one brand that has its own video in this collection, right? So the knife brand that I own the most of. Starting out with number 1. This is, if I ever had to get rid of all of them, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon, this will be the last one to go. And this is probably one of the cheapest ones, but this one's really special to me. I got this one with Cole whenever we were in Golden, Colorado. This one wasn't made in Golden, Colorado. This is a Chinese-made Spyderco, the only Chinese-made Spyderco in my collection. But at the time, it's what we could afford to get while we were there, and I thought it was pretty awesome to be able to get this, and kind of brings back memories of that time. And really awesome little knife. Not really little, right? This is a huge knife. This is Spyderco Resilience liner lock. I think it's 8CR on the blade steel on that one, yeah. But this is one of their Chinese-made Spydercos, and actually, I mean, this one, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I don't have that many complaints with it. I mean, for the price, it's not too bad. I think these go for around $50, $60 maybe, something like that. But yeah, just a huge monstrosity of a knife. I think there was a report, one of the guys at the Spyderco factory was showing me that some dude in Russia killed a bear with this one, actually. So I thought that was pretty neat. But again, it does have some sentimental value. So that's the first one on my list, my only Chinese-made Spyderco. That is the Spyderco Resilience. Alright, so we're going to hop over a little bit to right next to there. Here is Taiwan. Well, no, I'll tell you what, let's do Japan. We'll do Japan next. Do some Japanese-made Spydercos here. Get the couple that I got out in my collection right here. Alright, so this is the Spyderco Centofonte 3. Really cool looking design, I thought. I think this one's under $100, maybe, I don't know, maybe like $80 for this one. VG10 on the blade steel. Seki City, Japan is where all the Spydercos that are made in Japan are made, to my knowledge anyway. This is unique in the fact it's got bolsters all over it, right? Or not bolsters, but rivet. It's riveted, I guess you could call that. So it doesn't really come apart, but pretty unique look even amongst Spydercos, I think, with that very aggressive, sharp hump right there. VG10 on the blade steel, and also a back lock there. So that is the Centofonte 3. Alright, next up on the Spyderco list in Japan, this is the Spyderco Indela. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, this is the Indela. This is obviously the aggressive Wharncliffe Indela. This one again in VG10. I think I got this one on sale, actually. In my opinion, even being a Spyderco guy, Spyderco's VG10 is, their VG10 line is drastically overpriced. But again, a pretty awesome little knife. Very, very handy utility blade shape on that. Good for piercing in and doing draw cuts and stuff like that. But one that you can get in the same line, because I have it right here, there's a much better steel if you want to pay a little bit more money. That is the Indela in K390. And this is not the Wharncliffe. I already had the Wharncliffe whenever I got this one, so chose to get the standard blade shape, and instead of getting the Delica or the Endura, the larger or smaller one, kind of opted for that one because this is probably about the right size for me. Full size knife, but not quite as big as the Endura. K390 on that blade steel. You can see it's kind of formed a little bit of a patina on there, which K390 will do, but that edge retention on that K390 is just outstanding. And almost reverse flicked it, but yeah, kind of swap clips on and off. I actually need to get another screw for that one. Kind of done a lot of modding and replacing and stuff like that with my Spydercos. One of the things with that FRN on there, the FRN, in my opinion, some people don't have a problem with it, some people hate it, whatever, but I mean, in my opinion, it's a little bit sharp, so I kind of took a really high grit sandpaper and kind of sanded that down a little bit, kind of to help with the smoothness of it. And this is a solid slicer, man. This is definitely that K390, again, holds an edge. It is very rarely challenged with edge retention. I mean, you got your Rex 121, your 15V Maximate, stuff like that, that kind of surpasses it, I guess, with edge retention. But K390 is most definitely up there on the edge retention front. Alright, so let's hop on over to Taiwan. We'll go from Japan to Taiwan, get some of my Taiwanese Spydercos. Next up, you got the only flipper on this list, the Spyderco Sliver Axe. Pretty unique handle and blade shape. And I'll say it again, even amongst Spydercos, but right, Spydercos are kind of inherently weird in that aspect. Compression lock. Really smooth flipper action, I think. I really am considering doing a flipper delete on this one. The only reason I haven't is it's kind of something that makes it a little unique, right? That flipper tab. But usually if I'm carrying this one, you know, wire clip on it, by the way, also pull it out of pocket. My first instinct is not to do that, but it's to do that, you know. But that's just me, of course. Get a little close up of it. Taichung, Taiwan is where all these Taiwanese Spydercos are made. That one in CPM S30V. One thing also I don't like about that one is it is peel ply carbon fiber over G10. I got an example coming up here in just a second of a really nice carbon fiber that's not peel ply. I wish they would switch to that for everything, but yeah, that's a pretty neat little one. That is the Spyderco Sliver Axe. Alright, going down the line here, let's see, we got one that I actually stonewashed myself. That is the Spyderco Sage 5 Lightweight. They just recently came out with the Rex 121 version. This is the S30V version. I wish they had the Rex 121 available whenever I bought this one. I would definitely opted for that. But the CPM S30V is done just fine for me. I mean, I've had no real issues with it. Again, that stonewash job was done by me. I think that was actually the first stonewash job. If any of you guys ever see any of my stickers that I got for the channel, the little reflection where it says the Knight's Edge was a mirror finish that a mirror edge that I put on there. Was one of the first shorts that I put on YouTube. But yeah, just a solid, awesome little lightweight cutter. The Spyderco Sage 5 Lightweight. Alright, moving along, let's see here. Do another Taiwan Spyderco. Make sure I got them all in order here. let's do two from the same maker. Alright, here you go. I got one. This is one from Martin Sleece. The guy, same dude that designed the Sleece buoy. He's got a few designs by Spyderco. You're about to see another one, but or through Spyderco rather. You're about to see another one. This is a Spidey Chef. Really nice thin profile on this one. Very ergonomic. LC 200N, I think. Make sure of that as I knock the camera around. Yeah, LC 200N. Really good corrosion resistant steel for that one. I thought that was pretty neat. One of the contributing factors to me making a swap for this one. Really awesome knife. You can reverse flick it, get a good solid grip on it. Really good for chopping up vegetables or whatever in the kitchen. Kind of a chef's knife, henceforth the name, the Spidey Chef, right? And this one's actually really customizable. I've seen a lot of people with stonewash jobs on them, anode jobs on them. Pretty cool how you can customize that. again, this one's got the wire pocket clip, which I have no personal issues with. I've always liked the wire pocket clip, but I know a lot of people don't, and you know, I definitely respect that. Everybody's a little bit different, right? It's what makes the world so great. Got the ambidextrous carry option on there, so you can take that off and carry it left-handed if you'd like to. But yeah, that's the Spidey Chef from Taiwan. And same designer, Martin Schliess. Probably saying that wrong, but this is this is the sway back. So you can't really reverse flick this one. I got that lock bar right there in the way, right, to do that reverse flick. That would be awesome if they figured out a way to do that. But good access to it whenever you're using your thumb to deactuate it, to close it, to move that lock bar out of the way. If you kind of get used to it, I haven't handled this one in a while, but if you get used to it, you can thumb flick it out there with with no problem. Yeah, but that's not a testament to the design. I guess that's just me. But yeah, definitely got that sway back going on with that handle swooping up. Kind of a hard line, sharp Warncliffe going down like that. A little bit of a swedge on top. I really like the stonewash job they did on that, or tumbling job maybe. But yeah, CTS XHP on the blade steel on this one. Pretty solid blade steel. I've used this one a good little bit, and that CTS XHP definitely holds its own with edge retention. Not bad at all. I actually wish they would have done the wire clip on this one, but they chose for that kind of mediocre spoonbill clip, you know, standard Spyderco clip. That's why I guess you're about to see a lot of mine. A lot of the Spideys I have actually have an aftermarket clip. Alright, moving on down the line here. Still in, make sure I'm still in Taiwan. Yeah, still in Taiwan. This is probably either my favorite or second favorite of my Taiwan Spydercos. And this one is the Para. Really awesome knife, man. I don't think that, I mean, I know this one, a lot of people have praised it. I guess it's not really an underdog or not, you know, or undermentioned, but they just have so many great designs. I guess in my opinion, the Para is definitely like an upgraded PM2 designer logo right there. You can see Taichung Taiwan on that side. Definitely can tell I've used it, right? Got some smudges on that satin, a couple little long scratches on the satin. But definitely a great user, man. Super thin, very ergonomic. I really like the marble carbon fiber that they include on this one. I guess that's more like a weave carbon fiber, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, really great one. Little red backspacer there to commemorate the custom version. Pretty cool, man. Very lightweight. Definitely a full length blade for sure, a full size knife, every bit of it I would say. But yeah, great action on it if I flip it right. All of these for the most part reverse flip a little different than each other, not much but a little bit, so got to kind of get used to it to get good at it again. But yeah, this reverse flick's awesome. Choke up spots right there, really cool, man. I really like the Para. Great knife. That one right there. Moving on here. Alright, this one, the last of the Taiwanese Spydercos. This is a Spyderco smock. One of my favorite in my collection. Just an awesome awesome knife in my opinion. And a lot different of a profile than a lot of the Spydercos. It's attractive more so, I find, to people that aren't Spyderco people. Some people hate it, but you know, everybody has to hate something, I guess, right? Lens Northwest deep carry clip on here, anodized custom Kevin Smock Nuke Blue Anno scales. Kevin Smock makes the aftermarket scales for the smock. He designed it, and periodically he does some drops. He actually just did a drop for their GPKnives exclusive, the Rex 45 Spyderco smock. So he does, if you're interested in some Kevin Smock scales, you can look him up on Facebook. Smock, him and his wife Tracy do some exceptional work. And this is just a fidgety little guy. I mean, you can reverse flick it easily. you can index it, you know, with the flipper tab, kind of do like a lighter flip on it. You know, you can push the button in, locks out like that. This again is a button actuated compression lock. Before the patent ran out, Spyderco is the only ones with that particular, and as a matter of fact, the Smock was the only knife with that particular locking system, only production knife anyway. But really great knife. This is a standard S30V version of it. I just love the Smock. I love the logo on it. Well, that's the Spyderco logo. I like the Smock's logo. I think I've always thought that was pretty cool. You know, kind of like the little gas mask dude with the gears and stuff. Pretty neat. So yeah, this is the Spyderco Smock. All right, hopping on over back to the US. All right, let's see. Let's go with the Manix brothers here. Spyderco Manix 2 XL. This is just a standard, nothing modded, nothing special about this one. S30V Manix 2 XL. That might change in the upcoming year, maybe, but this is a pretty large knife. I could put it up next to, let's see, what would a good, let's put it up next to the Resilience. I think the Resilience is actually a little bit larger, right? But that is definitely every bit of what I would call an extra large, extra large size knife. Got the ball bearing lock on it. Pretty great locking system, I think. Got kind of a little stainless ball in there, pushed forward by a spring. You pull that back. It works similar to an axis lock as far as actuation. Pinch it back and it falls back shut. So definitely a solid locking system, and the first of the golden Colorado USA made Spydercos in my collection. Alright, let's go with its little brother here, the original Manix 2, and this one I just recently got. This is applied weapons tech scales on this one. OD green applied weapons tech scales on here, and CPM Spy 27 on the blade steel. Pretty unique steel. Spyderco's proprietary steel that they Crucible made for them. I think it's got 27. I believe it's 27 parts cobalt, maybe. I'm not sure. Something to do with the 27 has something to do with that. Spyderco's proprietary steel. The edge retention has been really great so far. I've sliced a 5-gallon water jug in half with this around, you know, cut the kind of top off of it, and it's still shaving sharp. So might still do some mods of this one in the upcoming year, but I got the Lynch Northwest deep carry clip on there as well, and just a great little carry, man. A great everyday slicer, really ergonomic. That's the Spyderco Manix 2 Spy 27. All right, let's start with the militaries. So this one is actually has its original blade on it now. This is the Para 3 lightweight. BD1N is the blade still on this one. I think these are the cheapest of the military series, and the cheapest version of the Para 3 also. I mean, I think these go for around 120 bucks, maybe something like that. Exceptional little slicer, really lightweight. Got the wire pocket clip on there, golden Colorado USA earth, compression lock. You get all that in that little package, and a lot of times you can get them on sale for a really great price. This is my other Para 3, not paramilitary 3, Para 3, right? I don't know why they do that, but yeah, this is the other Para 3. This one is wearing a set of TerraTough Cerberus scales, and that gold Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip along with the purple scales. I live in Southeast Louisiana. I'm an LSU fan, so this is kind of like my LSU knife. And one special thing about this one is it is Maximum on the blade steel. Kind of got that patina going on. Maximum kind of known for being a little brittle. I have not experienced any chipping with it yet, but again, I haven't done any prying, or and also have not dropped this like dead on its cutting edge or anything like that. But this thing, I can definitely tell you, has some exceptional edge retention. I've used it a good bit. and the edge is held up quite well, so that Maximate ain't no joke. Really good blade steel on that. All right, moving on. Paramilitary 2. So I got 2 Paramilitary 2s. The first one I use for size comparison all the time on the channel. This is the S45VN Paramilitary 2, essentially standard, but has a set of Titanium Lotus scales on it that were anodized, lightning anodized by Mr. Eddie. And again, just like a lot of my anodized jobs on the scales, kind of starting to fade a little bit, but I still think it looks pretty good. This clip actually came off of Amazon, so no name brand I don't know the name of anyway, and it's worked really well. A little Spartan symbol on it. I think it's really cool, and I like how he did the anode job on that. And that S45VN really holds up really well. So yeah, this one, I like the looks of this one along with the blade steel, but this is Paramilitary 2 Salt, blacked out. This is one that I wouldn't change the scales on. It's got the kind of industrial oil sheen Lynch Northwest deep carry clip on it, and I just like the way that looks. Now that is a personal preference. I can definitely, you know, understand somebody not liking it, not liking the kind of texturing that they give on the Salt series, on the ones that they do in G10 anyway instead of FRN. But I was really a big fan of it, and so that's why I got it. Got this one actually this year. This is the Paramilitary 2 Salt, the blacked out version. They do have a yellow handle and a satin blade one that's either out or will be out soon. All right, this one I did the EDC Mod Mayhem competition, kind of made it for that. Rochambeau's competition that he put on, and this one's modded to the gills. A lot of my Spydercos obviously have got some modifications with them. This is the most though. This one this is the Yojimbo, by the way. This one went from the standard aggressive Warncliffe to kind of more like the sheep's foot blade shape, courtesy of Duty from Duty's Daggers. He did that. Also, I stonewashed the blade. Did the stonewashing job on the internals on the compression lock. Also got a set of bronze anodized barrel spacers and pivot screws and everything from MXG gear, and also MXG deep carry pocket clip, which I thought looked pretty cool. And the scales are DNA lasering scales. This knife's nickname is the Kraken. So I thought it was turned out pretty good. I think I really like it. Really turned out well. And this one's one of the Spydercos that I have that's modded to the gills anyway, and that is the Yojimbo 2, the Kraken version of it, I guess you could call it. All right, last few Spydercos that I've got. This is the Native series. We'll start from smallest to largest. This is the Native 5, the Little Native rather. Sorry about that. The Little Native. This is River's Edge Cutlery exclusive in 10V. With DLC coating on the blade, and kind of a coyote brown handle. Really awesome little knife, man. This is a great carry. Good size. You can actually choke all the way up on it if you have my size or smaller hands, right? Right there and still have your pinky on the handle, right? So really great ergonomics on this one. Great little cutter, compression lock on it, and that 10V definitely holds an edge really well. Really good edge retention on that. Was happy to be able to add that one to the collection not too long ago. All right, let's see, we got 3 more. Here is a Native 5 Salt. This one satin. I can almost there you go. I can almost reverse flick it. I was about to say, but yeah, you can reverse flick that, no problem. Usually, this is CPM Magna Cut on the blade steel on this one, the Native 5. Awesome little knife. I swapped the yellow scales out with Applied Weapons Tech aluminum scales, and this thing just has a great feeling to it. Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip again on that one. I don't know if you guys are kind of detecting a Lynch Northwest theme here, but that's what I use for a lot of my aftermarket Spidey clips. As a matter of fact, the Paramilitary 2 and the Yojimbo are the only 2 that don't have Lynch or the only two that have aftermarket clips, rather, that don't have lynch clips. But yeah, this is a really, really awesome ergonomic little knife. Kind of more like a medium-sized knife, I guess I would say. It is kind of like the bigger brother to the little native. So that is the little native right there, and that is the native 5. So the other two, you probably know what they are in the native series, but they are in fact the same one, because I don't have the big daddy of the native series, but I do have two of the original Shamans. This is, or not original Shaman, but this is a Shaman. This is a standard Shaman. This is an S30V smooth G10. I like how they did the G10 on the handle scales. Compression lock, just a workhorse of a knife, man. This is an awesome one. Probably going to end up modding this one day. I actually did mod it a little bit, right? Got that Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip. And again, a really awesome Golden, Colorado, USA earth-made knife here. The Spyderco Shaman, one of my favorite knives of all time, I'd say, ergonomically, and for just like a good solid hard use knife, you know. And that's the Spyderco Shaman. And the last and probably my most expensive Spyderco, I guess, after you consider modding it and everything, this is the Spyderco Shaman, but it's got a pair, as you can see, it's got a set of oil slick titanium met embossed scales on it, right? And I thought I picked that out because the steel that it is, that the blade's in, which is a CPM 15V, heat treated by Big Brown Bear. That blade steel, when you sharpen it in particular, has kind of a dark sheen on it with the shavings. And if you put some lapping fluid on it and you're sharpening it, kind of makes it look kind of oily, actually, which I think's pretty neat, you know. So I thought that went well with that. That's just my own personal little nerdy thing about that knife, which I thought was cool. Again, Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip on that one, and the edge retention on this thing is just phenomenal. I think that 15V, they really did great on that. Brought the guy Big Brown Bear in himself to do the heat treat on these, and they did an excellent job on it. Great, out of this world edge retention, really. I don't know if Rex 121 is better. I know it on the charts and everything it's better, but it wasn't heat treated by an expert, right? It was heat treated by Spyderco, and they do great heat treats on all their steels, but they brought in the BBB for this one, so I don't know. Still have yet to try that Rex 121, but probably will end up getting one in the future in the Rex 121. They come out with it in a different model. But anyway, that is my Spyderco collection for 2024, years in. It's been a hell of a year, man. I really appreciate you guys listening to me ramble and watching my videos, subscribing. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like my content, if you want to see what next year holds for me. I'm really curious. It has been an awesome year, great first year to start the YouTube channel. And I owe it all to you guys. I really appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.